Oh no, a cheating scandal in the WNBL? Oh my goodness. The integrity of the league. Hey, but no need to fear. BA is here. Yes, Basketball Australia. Yes, BA will sort this just like they sorted the Liz Cambage Olympic debacle. Remember how BA handled that? Something happened. We're not saying what happened, but something happened. She's a very naughty girl, but please, please, please play for us in the World Championships in Sydney. Please, Liz. So here's what happened. You see Coach Paul Gorris in the middle right there. He's the Canberra Capitals coach, and he's been caught with his hand in the cookie jar. If this was cricket, let's say, he would right now be in the middle of a press conference crying and begging forgiveness. Lucky for him, though, he's a coach of a women's basketball team. Therefore, nobody gives a damn. And he's been able to get away with this. Here's what happened. This ref, yes, referee, Simon Cosier, he gave video clips of scrimmages to Paul Gorris, the coach, to help him prepare for the first game against the Sydney Flames. So, what's the big deal, you ask? Coaches use videotape all the time to prepare for other teams. Well, these scrimmages that they got videotape were filmed for the refs, essentially. The refs were using it as a training video, and Shane Heal, the coach here, was assured, the Sydney Flames coach, was assured that it wouldn't be shown to anybody else. Well, Simon Cosier, pictured here with his wife and fellow ref, Michelle, he decided to share those clips with the Canberra Capitals. It should be said that Michelle Cosier played for the Canberra Capitals formerly as well. Funny enough, they've refed Capital games previously. This is a picture here celebrating how they were going to ref a Caps game together. Shane Heal, the Flames basketball coach, was understandably pissed about this and discussed it on the basketball show. He went to say that he knew something was up initially during the game because the Caps were calling out their plays. He also went to describe how it's been downplayed by many in the basketball community, saying, oh, it was just a few clips of the Flames scrimmaging. He's gone on to say that he's seen the clips provided to the Capitals. First of all, it gives away that they were going to try to use a press to surprise on the Caps, so the Caps were able to prepare for the full court press, knowing it was coming. The other one, it had one of their favorite plays that the Flames ran 19 times during the game, so they had that play ready to go for it. And as well, it was a tight game. The Flames were down by 3. They actually had a clip of the last play that the Flames are going to run, so they were fully prepared. So obviously, Heel's like, what the hell is going on? How did this? As well, he's essentially upset about the punishment given to the Capitals, namely that they were able to keep their points from the match win. As well, Paul Gorris has only been suspended 5 games. Now, he hasn't complained about that suspension, but it does seem pretty damn light. And the referee suspension is for 1 year. Now, BA released a statement in regards to this. You can read it on your own. You can pause this and read the full statement on your own. But essentially, what it says is, of course, once they heard about it, they threw it to the integrity committee, who threw it to a panel. Of course, they always throw it to panels. And the panel decided that no advantage was gained through them having access to this video. Now, that's the big issue that Shane Heal has. He's like, that's BS. You had vision that we were going to run a press. You had the last play that we were going to run at the end of the game. Plus, you had our favorite offensive play. Those are significant advantages. How the hell can you say no advantage? Which I think are all very reasonable points. So the statement goes on as you can read it. Basically, BA says how disgusted they are with it and their integrity, and they're so disappointed and all this. But really, a 5 game suspension for the coach for uh, getting leaked information and a year suspension for the ref. That is pretty damn light. As well, they keep the points, which is unbelievable. Now, BA is appealing this. Now, they have to go back and appeal this recommendation, which they're doing. Of course, the Canberra Capitals and Paul Gorris have accepted this punishment. They were too happy to accept it, but BA is appealing, so they still might lose the points. That would seem like the right thing to do, but it'll be determined on the outcome of BA's appeal. Another thing with this, you've got to love how BA can never issue punishment themselves. Well, there was one case in Harrogate where the American import claimed racism over being told that she couldn't have braids. They're willing to jump into that, but with Liz Cambage and everything else, it has to be outsourced to a panel. We never know how the panel makes their determination. They never release any information on it. It is just a fantastic way to advocate any responsibility for anything. That's why college and American teams use that when doing coaching searches. So if something gets dug up in the background and the coach winds up, having some sexual harassment in the past, they can say, well, no, it's not our fault. It was, we hired this search panel, this organization to search out our coaches, and that's why they did it. I just love the modern way of how, organizations don't want to be responsible for their actions or actually do the work themselves, so we'll outsource it. The other thing that stands out in this case is the reaction of the Canberra Capitals. So they're sponsored by the University of Canberra, and they have downplayed this incident. So their general managers come out, the statements up there, a few of her quotes are up there, basically saying how they're fully behind their coach, Paul Gorris, and right now and into the future. And then Gorris goes in to minimize the advantages that they got from the clips, of course, and saying, describes it as being a small blip on his wonderful character. This is truly unbelievable. Like, first of all, Canberra should be advocating the points. They should be saying, no, we'll give up the points if they were an organization of integrity. The other thing is that, again, they're a university. They're sponsored by the University of Canberra. So imagine if a student at the University of Canberra didn't have the whole test, but let's say they had 4 or 5 questions to the final exam, but not the whole final exam. Ace the test. Do you think they'd be able to come back to the University of Canberra and say, well, I only had a few of the questions. It really didn't impact the outcome. Can I still keep my A for this final exam? Absolutely not. University calls themselves a place of integrity and higher learning. It's unbelievable that they're allowing their coach to essentially cheat and then are staying behind that coach the whole time and saying we're very supportive of this coach now and into the future. That's just ridiculous and very self-serving for the University of Canberra. They should really take a look at it because they wouldn't accept that from their students. Why would they accept that from a team that they sponsor? As well, compare this to the cricket scandal. Smith and Warner had to sit out for 12 months based on this. The um, coach had to resign. The CEO of Cricket Australia had to be changed over. They're crying at press conferences and everything else. And this one's just a blip on the radar. The only one that's had any type of suspension or big suspension is the ref, which is a year. But looking at that, I don't even see how the ref can just get a year suspension. I don't see how Cosier can ever ref again. If he's willing to provide an advantage to the Canberra Capitals, how the hell can he ref another game? And any call he gives, you're thinking, oh, is he trying to give an on-court advantage to this team? He's done it in the past. I mean, this guy can't ref again. It's yeah. So overall, I think you just have to laugh at the way this has been handled, and they're lucky that nobody seems to care at this stage, and it seems like they're going to get away with it because it's going to be covered up by, or downplayed just because of COVID and everything else going on. I'm curious if Sandy Rondello, who I think she's recently taken up a position in Chicago with the WNBA, if she's going to continue as Opal's coach, and if Gorris will be appointed the head coach of the Opals, or as well if he's to remain as the assistant coach for the Opals. This is a serious integrity issue. You're going to have him coaching your national team. It's beyond, but again, it's Basketball Australia, and they'll do whatever the hell they want to do, and hopefully, I think they're betting on that nobody will care. And they're probably right. They'll probably get away with it, but it's very slimy, and hopefully Hopefully Canberra will lose their points off the appeal, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, Thanks for watching. I just wanted to weigh in on this issue as I think it's an interesting subject to see how this has been managed in comparison to other cheating scandals um, in other sports and other codes. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If you like the basketball content, I have a few other basketball things on there. I've got a few things about Liz Cambage, something about Ben Simmons as well. I posted something about Hairgate as I thought that was pretty interesting as well with the American import saying how she's been the victim of racism because she was told to put her hair back. Anyway, have a look. I hope you enjoy. Would love your positive and negative comments. Your poison's welcome. Yeah, so thanks a lot for watching.